Hello everyone. Now I will introduce the UI Action module, Property Setter module, and Property Getter module. UI Action module is used to output real-time user operations on the interface, such as button presses, slider changes, and text input updates. To trigger an action logic, first, assign an action logic number to the UI component. Then, in the logic configuration interface, sync all or specific action logic numbers in the UI Action module and connect other logic modules behind it. When the linked UI component performs an action, the logic connected to the output node will be executed. In practical applications, this module is commonly connected to the command sending module to execute control commands. It is important to note that the UI Action module outputs component values. For example, when a slider triggers a change or release event, the UI Action module will output the slider's current value, which can be directly connected to the command sending module for dynamic volume control. Property Setter module is used to modify UI component properties, such as button text, slider values, and switch states. It is mainly used to update UI components based on feedback received by the central control system, ensuring real-time status updates. For example, if a network debugging tool on a computer sends volume information to the central control system, the received data can be processed and then reflected in the slider UI component in real time. Property Getter module is used to output UI component values, such as button labels, text box content, and slider values. In practical applications, it is commonly used for outputting progress bar values to control device volume or for login pages where entered credentials need to be verified. For example, in a login page scenario, assume the correct username and password are both admin. When the confirm button is clicked, the system checks whether the credentials are correct. If correct, it navigates to the welcome page. Otherwise, it displays an error pop-up. To configure this logic, use the UI Action module, Property Getter module, Logical Design module, and Page Navigation module. The button press action is connected to the trigger node of the Property Getter module. The text values of the username and password input fields are output to the parameters of the Logic Judgment module, where a verification statement is written. If the output is true, the system navigates to the welcome page. If false, it triggers an error pop-up window. After completing the logic configuration, upload the project to the central control system to observe the results. As you can see, the final effect matches the expected outcome. Thank you for watching.